This week on the Spotlight, we talked to Tyler Saladino. He's quite a tough survivor, and he's so versatile. Then we talked to Robin Ventura. Well, he's surviving for now, but don't expect him to be around next year. And then we flash back to the Bears of the early 2000s. And this man, Rex Grossman, at quarterback this week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, it's the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to Irish Legend. They have great food, great drink, the outdoor patio, great staff, open at 11 a.m. daily. Easy to reach. Just go down Archer, 8933 in Willow Springs. Great place, Irish Legend. You've got to get to the Sock. Live Benkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays, 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get the Snapper Seafood and Chicken like I do at 115th and Western. Amongst their fine menu items, tilapia, perch, catfish, shrimp, conch from the Miami Connection, crab, but Philly steak and grilled food. It's great. Get the Snappers. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. We're back on the Spotlight, and Danny and I were trying to figure out why this interview seemed tight-lipped and almost a struggle. And then we figured it out. Tyler Saladino started the year in spring training looking like he was going to play a lot of shortstop this year because there was a new third baseman, Todd Frazier. And then late in spring training, the White Sox get Jimmy Rollins, the veteran. So he plays shortstop, Saladino sitting down. So some time passes, and Rollins is cut from the team. And you're thinking, okay, here's Tyler's chance. They bring in young Anderson to play shortstop. And so Tyler sits again. And that's got to be frustrating to think. You got a couple opportunities to finally get the job that you've battled for and not get it. So when I talked to Tyler about playing time and mindset and the playoffs and stuff, it was a little bit not easy. As you will see, I did the best I could do to try to get some information. We're talking White Sox baseball, and Tyler, it's been a kind of an unusual year. Some really great parts, some not so great parts, and here there's about 8 weeks left, and you guys are still alive. What do you think the mood of the team is right now?
Just starting a new series. We just got back from a road trip. We got another long road trip in front of us, and we got to try and handle these 3 games right here.
Well, that's good. Your focus is narrow. I think that's the way it needs to be. Given the way the standings shape up, you're chasing the 5th team. It's a daunting task ahead of you. What do you make of what you have to do yet?
this 3-game series right here in front of us.
Okay.
Starting with today.
All right.
Starting with batting practice in 30, 45 minutes, and do what we got to do there to get ready for tonight's game and handle tonight's game, and rest up for the next day, and then the next day, and the next day. It's just
okay.
Still, like you said, however long left of the season, so not looking too far ahead besides what we got right now.
Has this been your mantra throughout your pro career, or is this something that this regime has helped you with?
I mean, that's really just the approach I think that I've always gone with, and can't really do much more than that, so that's just the way it is.
Well, that's smart. In other situations in your career, have you been close to a playoff position and you went through a chase and a race and got in and experienced that joy?
In the major leagues? No,
at any level of pro ball?
Minor leagues, yeah. We won it in 2013 down in Double-A.
Explain to our viewers a little bit about how that went, to who you were with, and maybe some of the people who became major leaguers who you were facing then.
I have no idea who we faced. It was 2013.
Okay.
Southern League, Birmingham, our Double-A. We won the first half. We automatically get into the playoffs, play a semifinal, win it, play a final, win it. Season's over. It's nothing like this.
Well, okay. From an intensity standpoint, you mean?
I mean, if you win the first half, you're automatically in to the postseason. So the first half we won by a bunch. Second half, team changed. It's a completely different group of guys. Didn't win much at all, but we were still in the playoffs. And then play 2 5-game series real quick, and you're done.
Yeah, well, that's something to remember. You remember being in those clutch games. Can you describe playing in playoff games and imagine what that would be like at the major league level?
I have no idea what it's like at the major league level. I've never been to one. I've never been a part of one. And the minors are not the majors. It's just regular baseball games. It's not anything like it is up here.
How about as a fan? Did you go to any games at the major league level when you were a kid growing up?
Yeah, I grew up in San Diego going to Padre games.
Any years you remember them being good?
I didn't really go that much. I just kind of went just to go to games. I was playing enough ball on my own. Just going to go to games and just to watch them.
Any memorable players from that era?
Tony Gwynn, Caminetti. Those are the two I was always looking up to, watching.
Good role models. In your play this year, to me, I think I've personally been frustrated. I would love to have seen you on the field more. And there's been a fair share of downtime for you. How do you get through the periods where you go days without playing but still trying to be ready for late inning calls and such?
Same thing every day. Same time we go to BP, same stretch, same BP, same routine every single day.
Well, it sounds like you've got it mastered mentally, or at least you're able to recite it well. But I mean, you don't have any wish to be in there on a little more regular basis?
I can't control that. That's not for me to worry about. That's nothing of my concern. That's nothing that I can control or have anything to do with. I just get ready for the game.
Well, I give you a lot of credit. A lot of people I talk to, and myself included, don't have that even keel about them. You seem to have the mental side of it mastered. I wish you the best for the rest of the year. I do want to see you in there more, late inning situations. Making a key defensive player, maybe getting a key late inning knock, and getting more starts.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist. Desplaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furland, EDS, 109th and Kedzie. Crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. We're back on the spotlight, and as the White Sox get deeper and deeper into the season, into the 110-15 game arena, I don't know if you could see that, but a ball just rolled by me, and it's kind of funny. So, Robin Ventura, he's trying to keep the team on an even keel, see if they can make it one last run at this thing. But they got to pass team number 9, team number 8, team number 7, team number 6, and team number 5. That's a lot of work. So you just keep playing, you try to win series. And as I pointed out to somebody in September, the schedule does get a little softer with 2 big series against last place Minnesota, a last week of the season series against last place Tampa, and some games against the Phillies, who aren't killing anybody this year. So maybe there's time to make hay. Crazier things have happened. So anyway, we talked to Robin about a lot of stuff, and here's some of that stuff.
Adam obviously switches to center field now, but can you talk about the play overall? Pretty damn good in right field. So
he's been fantastic. I think he's probably been one of the better right fielders in the game, not only in our league, but you know, right now our need is for him to go out in center field, and he accepted it. And I think you know, that's what team players do.
Robin, Jose is at 9 wins, I think, for the year. And I know people don't view pitchers' wins like they used to, but for a guy who probably should have had 15 the last 3 years, does it mean something to get him that, you know, at least 10 before the year?
Yeah, it does. You hope so. You know, even yesterday, you're looking at when those runs go up, you know you have a really good chance, and you know he doesn't get to see that very often. So I think there's a good feeling when that happens, but. You know, even though you don't like to talk about it, it's there, and you know that you want to get him as many wins as you can, and 10 would be a big one because there hasn't been a ton of run support for him, so you're wanting that for him.
Not taken away from anyone else, but there seems to be something special about him just throughout the clubhouse, just the way he's viewed, the way he's respected.
He is, and you know, he's earned that. I don't think that's a thing that guys are afraid to talk about or anything else. He's earned that. I think he has the utmost respect for everybody, and it comes right back to him by how he goes about it. I think part of it is because of the, you know, I don't know if it's the situation, but you know how it's happened and the way he's handled it. And I think that's what makes him special.
I wasn't around here for the trading deadline. Is there an automatic, you know, guys relaxing a little bit more after the deadline passes, especially with all the hype that was around the thing?
There's somewhat, but you know, a lot of it is there's just the anxiousness of do you have to pack your bags and go, and you know your world's turned upside down. I think even with Dookie, you don't expect that to happen, and it's weird. You know, I think for a guy that you go through most of the year and you're here and you know the routine, and baseball players are used to a routine, that all of a sudden you're packing your stuff and you're off to somewhere else. So I think right now everybody's pretty much back to, you know, the routine that they know.
With
Avi in the week that he's had, like you mentioned. I mean, I'm sure it was nice to see that. Is there also maybe a little frustration there that you kind of hope to see more of that the last year or two?
I'm just glad to see it. And, you know, I think he should go that way too. You know, it's easy to sit there and look back and look at it negatively if you want to, but I'm glad to see it, and you know, I know he's glad to be doing it. So that's just what you continue with.
So still that hope. I mean, he's still a young guy that it could click, and that
it's different right now. It really is. I think just, you know, him elevating balls and hitting them as hard as he is, it's different, and I think that's the part that you hold on to and you see, which, you know, gives a guy like him chance after chance to be able to find it. And we realize that he's young, and you're hoping to find that.
Did you talk to him? Did you tell him there's 2 months left here? This is your last hurrah?
No, he sensed a lot. I think that's part of, you know, every player gets to a point where they don't have to overthink it as much, and he got there. He got there probably within the last 10 days, and you could see a difference in him. I'm not going to explain the expression, but the guys get to a point where, you know, they've had enough, and they just go out and play, and it's not about worrying about expectations or, you know, what's heaped upon you by everybody else. It's just you get to a point where you're going to play, and right now that's what he's doing.
Thank you.
No problem. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget the Illinois Lottery too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock Live Binkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. Mad Anthony's is a great place. They got pizza and a whole lot more. They're a sports bar and grill at 3350 West 47th Street. Sandwiches, full bar, and my trivia game alternate Fridays. It's a fun place with a cool staff and a cool vibe. Mad Anthony. So how would Rex Grossman do against his old college coach? Well, you need a running game. How about a little bit of throwing to the running back? We haven't seen much of that this year. Maybe you could get a touchdown when you do that. Kicking, a very important part of the game, especially when you're downing the ball near the opposition goal line. String out somebody else's play and wreck it, like that. It was 10-10. Matt Hasselbeck was mad because he got jobbed of a touchdown catch. So he goes, here, Lavernius Coles, you take it. They respect you. And it was 17-10 Skins. But the Bears came back strong in the third quarter with 2 long touchdown drives, culminating that way. Justin Gage, an important rookie, right on the spot. And watch this kick with 10 seconds left. We were there.
has any idea how good a kick that really was. It was hard to kick the ball today. Every time it went in the air, you had no idea what the wind was going to do. I was hoping that the wind quieted down. I was hoping we got a break, but it actually seemed like it picked up to me right as he kicked that ball, and it was an amazing kick. Train was outstanding, no doubt about it, and Rex was really outstanding at the right times. It was a great win for our team, and to go, finish 6-2 here at the new Soldier Field. The facility's outstanding. The fans have been great when we've given them something to cheer about, and it was a good feeling, a good win for our football team.
Did you give any consideration to going for 10 seconds left or one more play in?
We did. If we had another timeout, we would have. We've got a number of things that we practiced that we could do there, and none of them we felt like gave us enough comfort that we'd get a kickoff. So we said we'll kick it. That was about the limit of his range. In pregame he said 30 both ends, and that's the outside limit. And that was about it. And I think that thing just squeaked over.
Was the wind swirling, or could you not tell where?
I think both teams felt like the wind was helping you, however much it was helping you going towards our tunnel, where we come out. That's what we felt, but you still didn't know what the ball was going to do once it got in the air. I think that they played it to go right to left on one of his kicks that he missed, and it never came back in.
Coach, how good was Rex Grossman today?
Rex, I thought, had an outstanding game. Once again, he handled the huddle, handled the changes that we need to have made at the line of scrimmage. He and Olin handled the protections. They did an outstanding job. The young man is really a good football player, and he's just going to get better. He's going to get better.
Halftime discussion, like in the third quarter, you came out with 2 great drives.
We knew that we didn't get the ball in Train's hands enough in the first half. I think he only had 8 carries in the first half. And in order to win the game, we felt like we had to run, and we didn't feel like we had been stopped in the run.
You've got to get the Jacks. 33-25, Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense, competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. My game show at Oliver's gets better and better. At 6100 West 159th Street in Oak Forest. Live trivia, alternate Thursdays at 7 p.m. Have great food, great drink, and great trivia at Oliver's. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at Watt 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. You've got to get the Del Sur Mexican restaurant, open for lunch and dinner daily. Shrimp, tilapia, salmon, steak, chicken dishes, you name it. It's all there at 46th and Halsted. Great stuff at Del Sur Mexican restaurant. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. I asked Grossman if he needed 3 months into the season to learn off the job before he could actually throw an NFL pass. Was that necessary?
Did you really need 3 months to sit and learn, or could you have played earlier in the season?
I'm not sure. I definitely needed time to learn. I think playing has definitely helped increase the speed of learning. I mean, who knows? I don't know. That's a hypothetical question I don't even want to answer.
Rex,
really.
You talk about beating Steve Spurrier, and do you have any pointers for the defense since you know his offense?
You're asking if I helped?
Yeah.
No, I was too busy trying to figure out their defense.
Any thoughts about beating Spurrier?
It was fun. I mean, it was fun to see him. It was ironic that, looking over the sidelines during the game and I see him, and it's just kind of weird that we're in this position because 2 years ago this time we were getting ready to go play in the Orange Bowl, and this year I'm playing with the Bears against him against the Redskins. It was a little weird, and it was fun to play him, though.
Rex, when was messing with Paul? Was it messing with you and your throws?
In pregame it was. In the game, I didn't really notice it too much. There was a couple passes that, I noticed it, but really didn't affect us too much. We ran the ball so well that really, we didn't need to throw a whole lot of deep passes there at the end. The 3rd and 11 conversion was one where I thought it might affect it, but David made a good play on it. Some of the balls were coming in like curve balls. Some of the drops may have been caused by that. They were in the vicinity, were catchable balls, but they were coming at him like a knuckleball. So that was, some of the reasons for the drops. But I really can't say enough about our offensive line, the way we pushed them back and ran the ball. I think Anthony Thomas had a great game. Really made it easy on me and the receivers just having to convert 3rd and 4s and maybe throw a little bit on 1st and 10 there in the second half because we were running the ball so well. I mean, we were getting 6, 7, 8 yards a pop going up and down the field there, and then so it made it easy in the second half once we knew how to run against them and call some of the same plays and just go right up the middle.
You look like you are able to sense or feel the rush.
What would it have been like had Rex Grossman played earlier in the year? When I saw him in that August game against the Colts, complete that 4th and 12 to keep a drive alive while scrambling, I said to myself, Self, this guy has got the goods. The goalpost quake. We'll be back in just a moment. Condolences to the family of Coach Neil Armstrong. He passed this past week. He was a Chicago Bears head coach in the late 70s and early 80s, just before Mike Ditka. And Neil was a kind man and a soft-spoken fellow. I remember interviews with him. And interestingly, one time someone challenged him and said, "Neil, you promised a more imaginative offense." And he said, amazingly kindly, I'm sorry, Johnny. We're doing the best we can." But he did take the Bears to the playoffs once. In 1979, the Bears played the Eagles, seemingly had them on the ropes, but ended up losing the game. But our condolences to Neil Armstrong. He was a solid coach. You've been watching the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Perfect Pitch located at 108th and Kedzie. Take your vehicles there for great repairs. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.